Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You're all here today for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you're considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you're arrested on a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of release that will be imposed upon you. You're entitled to have a lawyer represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire one, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office for you this morning. You're also entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your lawyer know where you are. If you hadn't had the opportunity to get that phone call, let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent. I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case. At this time, I'd like to have everyone raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. All right. As I call your name, please come forward. Kristen Breivik. Can I have your date of birth?
4/30/1985.
Okay. You are here today for possession of controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, and exposure of sexual organs. Your bond amount right now is $4,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you, ma'am? No. Do you want me to get a lawyer? Do you want a lawyer?
Don't really want to comment on any of the games that are being played.
Okay, I don't want you to comment on any games either. I just want to know if you want a lawyer.
I don't know how to respond right now.
Okay. You can walk away when I tell you can walk away, okay?
No.
I have an address to you on Hollybrook Lane in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
I have resided there.
Do you reside there right now?
No.
Okay, where are you living these days?
I've been staying over in Pasco County, Pinellas County. Came up here, was visiting, and
Okay.
I believe y'all have been calling me to you, honestly.
Okay.
Like, y'all have been leading me towards this building, and I don't appreciate the charges at all.
Okay. Do you have any type of employment right now?
Yes, I do. My job is I was supposed to be at work today.
Okay.
And
what kind of work do you?
I've been working for GA Foods.
Okay.
And I picked up a second job. Let alone I've been going on job.
Okay, that's good enough.
Pretty much daily.
Thank you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set your bond at $500 on each case. I'm going to appoint the Public Defender's Office and Mr. Bauer or Mr. Shaw. If we could get some type of competency evaluation.
Yeah,
I
think all of y'all should, from everybody, like the state troopers, the police, the telephone man, everything.
My bailiff,
my incisions.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and get the competency evaluation started right away. Mr. Shaw, you'll make note of that. Get that started.
I'll let the felony attorneys. Which judge is it?
She has the court date November 12th at 1:15. I think that's for the owner.
Merritt.
Is it Merritt? Okay. All right. Hannah Davis.
She could have got served at a restaurant.
All right. Can I have your date of birth?
April 4th, 1987.
All right. You are here today for a violation of pretrial release. There's no bond right now in your case because it's domestic, and that's pursuant to statute. But I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. I do see that you have an open case right now, 2019 MM3226. That's in front of Judge Hitzman on October 30th. So we're going to make sure that this is set for that same date, okay? I need to make sure that you continue, not that you continue, but you still have no contact with the victim in your case. Don't have any contact at all. Do not go within 500 feet of their residence, employment, school, or vehicle. And I'm going to recommit you on the 2019 MM3226 because there's probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you were out on bond. You're entitled to bond. In this case, I'm going to set it at $5,000, and both of your cases are scheduled for October 30th in front of Judge Hitzman, okay?
Ma'am.
Miss Ma'am?
Judge, Your Honor. Is it possible that you could lower the bond on that? Because I know I can't afford that. All I was doing was buying diapers for my nephew.
Yeah. You're not getting a bond right now. You will be held in custody until October 30th, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks. Shannon McGrath. Can I have your date of birth?
12/15/1983.
Okay, you are here today for 2 counts of possession of controlled substance and one count of possession of drug paraphernalia. Your bond amounts are currently $5,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Appoint the public defender's office. State.
A grand theft adjudication in 2018 and a trespassing adjudication in 2019, a drugs battery in 2009. No other history.
Are you on probation right now for anything?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I have an address for you on Saltwater Boulevard. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Not 8 years.
Okay, do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
All right. I don't know what's going on with you, Ms. McGrath, but in the last 2 years, you've gotten a lot of criminal charges, and I don't know, you seem to be spiraling the drain here, so you might want to clean it up. I'm going to keep the bond the same. We're going to see you back to court November 12th at 1:15 in the afternoon.
Okay, thank you. What was the bond?
5,000.
Ma'am?
5,000.
Thank you.
Erica Harshberger. Can I have your date of birth?
12/5/79.
You are here today for a failure to appear in front of Judge Merritt on a grand theft case on October 2nd. He has indicated on his warrant that he would like you held no bond until you appear back in front of him. And his reasoning is that you have 11 prior felonies, 17 prior misdemeanors, 2 prior failure to appear convictions, and due to your criminal history, there are no conditions of release that will secure your appearance in court. So we're going to hold you no bond on this. We're going to set your court date for November 12th at 1:15. Did you have the public defender's office representing you?
Yes,
Do
ma'am.
you want them to continue to represent you?
Yes.
Continue to represent you. We'll see you back to court November 12th.
Thank you.
Nathaniel Atkins.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I have your date of birth?
February 9th, 1982.
You were here today for a domestic battery. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Appoint the public defender's office. State.
And a battery adjudication in July of 2019 with the same victim. A paraphernalia adjudication in 2017, as well as adjudication in 2017, a DUI adjudication in 2017, disorderly conduct adjudication 2015, resisting officer without violence adjudication 2015, obtained property being worthless check adjudication withheld in 03.
Sir, I have an address for you on Live Oak Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 6 months.
Okay. How long have you lived in Hernando County?
About 30 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I work at LRE.
Okay. I need to order that you have no contact with Lydia Mercado. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email. Do not have anyone else call her, write her, or email her on your behalf. Do not go within 500 feet of her residence, employment, school, or vehicle, and no social media or technological contact whatsoever with her. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
If you do violate my order, you will be arrested on another charge and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case she wants to file any civil paperwork against you. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000, and we're going to see you back to court on November 6th at 9 o'clock. Alicia Joseph.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Can I have your date of birth?
10/11/1989.
You were here today for a domestic battery. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State?
I'm just showing in Oklahoma convicted felon status for trafficking and illegal drugs possession. No other Florida history. The victim is present, Your Honor.
Okay. Ma'am, I have an address here on Candlelight Boulevard in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 2 years, almost 3.
Do you have a job?
No, ma'am, I don't. My boyfriend supports me.
Okay.
But, Your Honor, I did hit my boyfriend.
Okay, don't say anything about the facts of your case. Okay, did you hear me on my initial announcement? That's not what we're here for today. Don't talk about it.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Sorry.
All right. And Matthew, you're here today? Are you just here to see what happens?
I was initially here to talk to you about the no contact order, if I could see her, because she doesn't.
Okay, you're not going to be able to see her right now. So is there anything else you want to talk about? Okay. For right now, there's going to be no contact between the two of you. Based on what I read in the probable cause affidavit, that's the best for both of you at this time. I'm not going to lift the no contact. You need to keep contact with the state attorney's office and their victim witness coordinator. And there's a couple of things that you could do in order to convince me or Judge Hitzman to lift the no contact maybe in a couple weeks. But for right now, there will be absolutely no contact with either one of you. That means, Alicia, if you are driving down the street and you get pulled over for speeding, and Matthew is in the car with you, that you will be arrested for violating my order. So you have no contact with him whatsoever. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You cannot call, do not write, do not email, do not have anyone else call him, write him, or email him. You cannot go within 500 feet of his residence, employment, school, or vehicle. No social media or technological contact whatsoever. I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today pursuant to statute. You are entitled to a bond. I'm going to set your bond at $500. And we're going to see you back to court on November 6th at 9 a.m., okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Javier Bolano Delgado. Hi. Can you confirm his date of birth?
Thank you. ¿Cuál es su fecha de nacimiento, señor?
03/11 del 83.
The interpreter like to verify 7/11 del 83.
No, 03/11 del 83.
3/11/1983.
Okay.
This is the interpreter speaking. May I ask him to back off the
I was
microphone?
just going to say, tell him to step away from the microphone. So we can...
Señor, no se acerque tanto al micrófono porque se distorsiona. Gracias.
Okay.
Okay.
I can let him know he's here today for domestic battery.
Usted está acá el día de hoy por agresión física doméstica.
I found probable cause for his arrest.
Encuentro motivo fundado por su detención.
Does he want the public defender?
¿Quiere usted que le designe defensor público?
Sí, pero eso es lo que se dijo, cuando la policía fue a la casa, hubo un testigo de que dijeron de que yo no había hecho nada, pero sí tengo como una mujer llama.
Permítame,
Y
señor.
dice,
Yes, but that's what I'm talking about. The police went to the house and they were testifying that I did something, but I haven't done anything.
Okay. Tell him only to answer the questions that I ask him.
Señor, solamente contesta las preguntas que yo le hago directamente.
And not to say anything
Sí.
about the facts of his case.
No diga nada sobre los hechos de su caso.
If he wants to talk about the facts of his case, he could be getting himself in more trouble.
Si usted habla de los hechos de su caso, se puede estar metiendo en más problemas todavía.
Does he want the public defender? Yes
¿Quiere
or no?
usted el defensor público, sí o no?
sí,
Yes.
Very good. State.
Fiscalía.
Showing a adjudication 2015 for possession of burglary tools, and adjudication for a burglary in 2015.
Yes. This is interpret speaking, Your Honor. Shall I interpret that part? Or?
Yes, 2015 burglary tools and burglary.
Thank you. 2015, asiento de condena por herramientas de robo. Y 2015, asiento de condena.
All right. I have an address for him on Linden Drive in Spring Hill.
Tengo dirección para usted en la calle Linden, en la Linden Drive en Spring Hill.
How long has he lived there?
¿Cuánto tiempo ha vivido allí?
Con un poco más de 3 años.
A little more than 3 years.
Okay. And does he have a job?
¿Tiene usted trabajo?
Sí.
Yes.
What kind of work does he do?
¿Qué clase de trabajo hace?
Soy camionero en el condado de Pasco.
I'm a truck driver in Pasco County.
Okay. I need to order that he has no contact with Unexas Gonzaga.
Necesito ordenar que usted no tenga contacto con Unexis Gonzalo.
Don't have any contact with her whatsoever.
No tener contacto con ella cualquiera en absoluto.
Do not call.
No llamar,
Do not write.
no escribir,
Do not email.
no mandar correo electrónico,
Do not go within 500 feet of her residence.
no acercarse dentro de 500 pies de la residencia de ella
Or her employment, school, or vehicle.
o su lugar de empleo, colegio o vehículo.
If you have any contact with Unexis while this case is pending, you could be charged with another crime and held without bond.
Si usted tiene cualquier contacto con Unexis, mientras que este caso esté pendiente, usted se le puede acusar de otro delito y mantenido sin fianza sin poder salir sin confianza.
Does he understand those conditions?
¿Entiende usted esas condiciones?
Sí.
Yes.
Very good.
Muy bien.
Una pregunta.
I have a question.
Is it? Okay, go ahead.
Muy bien, proceda.
Para yo, porque mi carro, mis cosas, todo está en esa casa. ¿Cómo lo recojo? ¿Tengo que ir al baño a un policía?
I have all my car and everything is at that house. How do I pick it up? Do I need to go contact a police officer?
Yes.
Sí.
Ok.
Okay.
Okay. I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today
Tengo que detenerlo hasta las 4 de la tarde del día de hoy.
in case Unexis wants to file any civil paperwork.
Por si acaso Unexis quiere entablar algunos papeles civiles,
We're going to set your bond at $2,000.
le vamos a fijar la fianza en $2,000.
See you back November 6th at 9 a.m.
Lo veremos de nuevo el 6 de noviembre a las 9 de la mañana.
Thank you.
Gracias. Okay.
Thank you.
Your Honor, may the interpreter sound at the courtroom one more time? There was supposed to be a Mr. Rivera. ¿Alguien más necesita ayuda comunicándose español a inglés? Levanta la mano, por favor. Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Jose Rivera?
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
Oh.
To Jose Rivera?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Mr. Rivera, can I have your date of birth?
October 12th, 1981.
Okay.
Oh.
You are here today for a violation of probation. Do you need an interpreter today?
This is Jose Rivera.
No.
Okay. Okay, so you're here today for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Hitzman on October 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, probation is recommending 120 days in order for you to resolve this case today. Is that something you want to take care of today?
Yes.
Okay, do you understand that by admitting that your violation, that you are giving up a right to go to trial?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes.
Giving up a right to confront the witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up a right to have a hearing to allow the state to prove that you violated your probation. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes.
With regard to this violation of probation on this DUI case in 2019 CT-337, do you admit that you violated your probation?
Yes.
Accept your admission. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Revoke and terminate your probation. Adjudicate you guilty. Sent you to 120 days in the Hernando County Jail. How long have you been in jail on this?
Since Sunday morning.
Okay. I'll give you credit for the, you got another day when you were initially arrested, right? When you were arrested for the DUI, did you bond out right away?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll give you credit for the 3 days that you have in. You will have the cost of prosecution assessed against you as well as the cost of incarceration for the time you spent in jail, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. James Ryan. Can I have your date of birth?
10/17/93.
You were here today for a violation of community control. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt on October 2nd. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender. We're going to hold you no bond until you appear back in front of Judge Merritt on November 12th at 1:15, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. Ryan Stone. Can I have your date of birth?
January 6, 93.
You were here today for a domestic battery. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Appoint the public defender's office. State.
Yes.
A Berg of a conveyance adjudication in 2012, where a state prison sentence was imposed. There was multiple counts of that. And adjudication in 2012 for dealing traffic stolen property as well. And a petty theft pretrial diversion in 2010 and a null cross battery in 2010.
Okay. Sir, I have an address here on Waterfall Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
A year.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a mason for a construction company.
When were you released from the Department of Corrections?
2018,
What year?
ma'am.
Okay, last year. You need to order that you have no contact with Alicia Warehouser. Do not have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email. Do not go within 500 feet of her residence, employment, school, or vehicle. I do not have anyone else contact her. No social media or technological contact with her whatsoever. I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case she wants to file any civil paperwork against you. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. We'll see you back to court November 6th at 9 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Gary Worley. Date of birth?
April 18th, 1989.
Okay. You are here for an organized fraud. Your bond amount is $5,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Appoint the public defender's office. State.
He took PTI in August of 2019 for a felony tampering with witness
Here in Hernando?
in Hernando.
Are you still on PTI?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Understand that this could violate your PTI. You may not be on PTI anymore for that because of this. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What else?
Battery PTI in 2019. Adjudication withheld 2018 for violation of pretrial release conditions. A battery adjudication withheld in 2018. Abuse elderly or disabled adult that was dropped in 2009. No
So
other
in
history.
2018, you got 2 misdemeanor charges, and then in 2019, you got a PTI on 2 charges?
Yeah, so
Backwards. All right, I have an address here on Hanley Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
Where do you live?
I live on 13150 Linden Drive.
How long have you lived there?
I've been there for about 6 months,
Okay. How long have you lived in Hernando County?
for a little over a year.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I was a manager at McDonald's.
Okay. All right, I'm going to keep your bond at $5,000. We'll see you back to court November 12th at 1:15.
Thank you.
Justin Smith. Date of birth?
March 18th, 2000.
Okay. You are here today for an unregistered motor vehicle.
Yes, ma'am.
State, can we resolve this right now?
yeah, 1 day time served.
Yeah. Okay, you want to resolve it today and be done with your case today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. They usually give a ticket for this, I don't. It's usually a notice to appear.
Yeah, I know, that's what they usually get, so I don't
A
understand what happened.
19-year-old kid they arrested overnight.
I honestly don't understand.
Okay. All right. You want to take care of it today? I will go ahead and sentence you to the 1 day that you have in Hernando County Jail, and you'll be done with it today. You will just owe $488 to the clerk of court. that what you want to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll go ahead and, I have his driving record here. He's got 2 tickets, but, all right, I'm going to go ahead and give you a withhold. You're going to pay the $480-some to the clerk of court, okay? I'm not going to
Yes,
charge
ma'am.
you the cost of incarceration or anything like that, and you're going to be released today. Do you understand that by taking this plea today, you're giving up right to go to trial?
Yes,
Giving up right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up all those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, with regard to this unregistered motor vehicle, how do you plead? Complete no contest.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find this freely and voluntarily entered. Give you a withhold $488. And all I can say is, Mr. Smith, I know that you're 19 years old and you've probably never been to jail before. It looks like you just got 2 tickets. I'm not really sure. But usually the deputies in this county will just give you a citation to appear before court on a case like this. And I'm guessing the reason they didn't do it in your case is maybe because you were a punk. So I don't know for sure, but you might want to, if that's the case, you might want to check the attitude, okay? So you don't get in trouble like this anymore. Just make your payment arrangements in room 136 with the clerk of court, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Stephen Froelich. Can I have your date of birth?
1980.
You are here today for retail theft and dealing in stolen property. Your bond amounts are a total of $5,500. I found probable cause for your arrest on each of these. You want the public defender's office to represent you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, public defender's office. State.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm showing out-of-state history. I'm showing an Illinois 2013 adjudication of guilt for received, possessed, sell, stolen vehicle, and a residential burglary 2008 adjudication of guilt in Illinois, possession of controlled substance in 2005, and a criminal trespass with no disposition in 2003, and then possession of liquor by minor in 1999.
Okay. I have an address here in Eddington Road in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 5 years.
Do you have a job?
Yeah.
What kind of work do you do?
Painting.
Okay. I'm going to keep your bonds the same, and we're going to see you back to court on November 6th at 9 a.m. for the misdemeanor petty theft, and on November 12th at 1:15 on the felony charge. Thank you.
All right.